Hey, Alex.
What's up, Kyle?
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Okay, cool. It's almost midnight here in Bozeman, Montana. I walked outside, and I didn't know it was negative 12 out. I left the gym, and I was in shorts, and just, I thought it was still nice out.
No,
not good.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, midnight here in Bozeman, Montana. You're tuned into KGLT Bozeman. This is the Key Listener Show. This hour is brought to you by Stormcastle Cafe, offering homemade comfort food for breakfast and lunch. Beer and wine also available. Open daily at 7 a.m. They are located at 5 Ty Lane, 1 block west of the MSU Brick Breeden Fieldhouse. You can reach them by phone at 586-0395. Also by Tim Stiller and the Big Event Photography, providing professional, commercial, fine art, and stage production imaging in the Bozeman area for over 10 years. Phone 406-581-0058 or on Facebook at The Big Event Photography. Great show tonight. I'm really excited. Our 9th show. We're hitting 10 shows this Sunday with the special edition of the Key Listener Show. We're doing the Oscar special, so that should be
interesting.
Dangerously fun. Anyway, yeah, so I was leaving the gym, and what a circus that place is.
Oh, yeah.
It's so fun because you know the people that are there to work out and the people that are there to put on a show. you know what I'm talking about, right?
Absolutely.
You have the people that are the steroid users, and then you have the people who are wearing their $100 workout outfit. And
yeah, I know a couple of those kids.
yeah, and it's funny too because you see this fluctuation of when people are at the gym. There's right as the semester starts, so New Year's, the New Year's resolution people, and then the spring break body people.
Yeah.
So I've really been seeing a lot of people in the past week.
Which I don't understand. I'm sure, a week in the gym right before spring break's really going to do you well.
It's doing me great. My spring break body is coming in good.
Hope the ladies like it, soft.
They do, so that's what I've heard. But what's funny too? There's just so many people in there. They've had to put up these signs that say no cell phone use on the workout floor.
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to get around that? Because everyone uses their iPhone as their iPod.
I think it's mostly just, sitting there on a piece of equipment.
And Snapchatting people.
Yeah. Hey, look what I'm doing.
I'm going to start photobombing those people. And here's another pet peeve of mine at the gym. You know those protein shake mixers?
Oh, my God.
Okay. Those little coiled balls that come with it.
The ones that make the most obnoxious noise in the world.
Okay, so this is what I'm getting at. They are not helping mixing the powder protein. They are drawing attention to the person that's using it. So it's like you hear this really, really loud noise, and
you look.
And the person looks over. It's like, yeah, I'm getting buff. Are you?
Yeah, totally flexing while they're drinking. They're
it's like they're in potions class at Hogwarts. They have the pre-workout stuff, the post-workout stuff, the mid-workout stuff, Snapchat. They're just doing everything at the gym, and I just love it.
Yeah, some of these people scare me a little bit with the way they're lifting their heavy things and putting them back down.
It's when I'm the host of the Tonight Show and I can afford a gym to be built just for my lonesome and the beautiful ladies, that's when I'm going to be my happiest. Let me lift my 10-pound weights in peace. Let me do my thing. But the problem is that you have the people that are walking around that are just so big. And it's like, if you lift one more pound, I feel like you're going to explode. And you see those people all the time. Those are the people that are there to seriously work out.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, is it?
Don't fit in my T-shirts
You
anymore.
can't see us now, but he's telling the truth. Also, I was reading before the show started. Did you see this about there's an artificial intelligence guy who works at Google, and he's saying that in 15 years, Google's robots will be smarter than people.
I believe it.
Well, here's the thing. Google is usually a smart company. 15 years, like 95% of the clowns that I know, these robots are definitely already smarter. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's like, this is no kidding. These robots are definitely going, especially with Google.
Yeah, I could see
Siri, but...
I watched a little documentary on the whole Siri thing. That was an amazing piece of work they did with that whole thing.
And it's crazy how they were working on that years before the iPhone even came out.
And it's this one woman over and over and over again, different inflections in her voice, that whole thing.
And she does the voices of the airport, like, please do not step on or do not walk on
I wonder how it feels to be the most hated woman in the world.
I saw all these memes and stuff after Valentine's Day, and it was, my favorite one was saying, the reason I remind myself to not be in a relationship is I will ask Siri for directions, and then I will drive in the complete opposite way.
And she can't yell at you.
Well, I mean, she'll keep yelling at you, and it's just like, volume
But you can
down.
turn her off. So
That's very true. Now they have the man voice. I wonder if anyone's doing that.
I have
Zero.
I
don't know. I just made that up. But seriously, why would you ever switch? If you're a guy and you have the guy,
ladies.
well, I guess maybe the lonely guys too. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, but it's so interesting because Google's doing everything with cars, robots. The car is a whole nother can of worms because the main problem with the car is it can't react to weather. So every time like a drop of rain hits the windshield, it thinks it's crashing. It's like, you would think they would have figured that out by now. But
yeah.
I don't know.
Mercedes has got it down.
That they do. And the cars that can park themselves, that would be a nightmare on Main Street here in town.
Yeah,
because they don't pave that. So you have to go into four-wheel drive just to parallel park your car.
Well, now with all the snow, too, it's like,
right.
It's just scary.
It is. It's very scary. But when the Google robots take over, everything will be all right. I think. I mean, I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. Anyway, so we're starting a few new segments tonight. I'm really excited about it. The first one is we'll come up with this is the working title, but it's Single of the Week, and it's where we're just going to randomly pick a song that we've never heard before. Maybe you haven't heard it before, but we're in the same boat as you, and we're just going to play it. And if we don't like it, you'll definitely hear about it. And if we do like it, you probably won't hear about it. So we're going to play that for you next. We're also starting the Best of Bozeman series, and we'll be talking to notable people in and around Bozeman. So really excited to kick that off in a few minutes. In the meantime, though, let's get going with the Single of the Week. Here is Bad Self-Portrait. Oh, God. I can already tell. They should just call it Bad Selfies if it just got released. Anyway, here's Bad Self-Portraits. This is the Key Listener Show on KGLT Bozeman. It is 12:10 here in Bozeman, Montana. Thank you for tuning in. We are kicking off our first ever installment of the Best of Bozeman series with Mr. Mickey Guida of the Moustache Bandits, a local band here in town. They were founded August 2011. Three other guys. They are known for their raunch and roll, bringing punk and punkabilly. What's punkabilly?
I guess punkabilly would be like rockabilly, just with a more aggressive tone, because rockabilly's always been kind of more of a swing dancing. This is like swing your partner into someone else.
Okay. Alex, let me turn you on here. Well, Mickey, thank you for being with us, and we're excited that you are going to kick this off because you and your bandmates have a very interesting perspective on music. Your shows are very interesting. Your songs, some of them we can't even say the titles on the radio, but a few of them are... Well, actually, just one of them, Strip Joint DJ. So just wrap your head around that one. And we'll be debuting their new single, White Girl Wasted, after the interview. So very excited to finally put that out there to the public. All over. This is a national debut, I hope you know.
I heard this is going to just be on every satellite. Hopefully it'll pick up in Japan.
Absolutely. It definitely will. Yeah, definitely will. So let me ask you, the Bozeman music scene, I have no idea what it's like out there.
All right.
I can't sing, I can't dance, I can't do anything that is involved with music except for hit play on this board. So the music scene for you, just give us an idea. Is it like every other band here in Bozeman, or is it very different?
Every band in Bozeman? What do you mean?
So, I'd imagine that the experience, the audience, the crowd is different per each band. But you, I've been to one of your shows. I'd imagine that your experience is just vastly different.
It's a lot different, I'd have to say. A big thing I've noticed in Bozeman is that you're really trying to get your friends to show up. It's not very fan-based at all. A lot of fans go out and see the big name bands that do come through town. The filling station does a good job. Compound Production does a great job bringing in really cool music. But in general, it's hard to break away from just normal kinds of music. You have the country scene, you have a funk scene, you have a blues scene, and it's just kind of recycled music all the time. So when we start playing, we're not really picking up a lot of friends that want to come see us play the music that we've heard before. We're having a lot of just weird, random, oddball people showing up and becoming diehard fans.
That's great.
To the point we've seen people getting some of our logos tattooed on their legs around their fireman number. Wow. And then this girl actually got our unicorn horse
logo.
Rooster. I can't say the other word. But, yeah. But she got him tattooed on both sides of her skull.
Wow.
Oh my
in
goodness.
Billings. Like
That's awesome.
It's cool. But I mean, being in Bozeman's been always hard, man. I mean, I've been here for 6 years now, and I've seen a lot of people try to get the scene going. It kind of died out right when I got here for like the more alternative music.
Really?
And you know, it's everybody's thirsty for it. It's just what does it mean to be that accomplished in Bozeman anyways? Like,
it's very true.
Yeah.
It's a very unique crowd here. I think even just at random shows that I show up to, you see people all walks of life. It's like everyone really appreciates the effort that local bands put into their work, their art, and it's really great.
Definitely. I just think it's interesting because we were talking about this, a couple days ago, just what exactly, genre you guys are. And, I was telling Kyle that, you guys aren't country, you're not bluegrass, you're not, rock, but you are all of them at the same time, which that's an amazing thing.
I mean, I have ADD, like, pretty bad. I mean, it's maybe not in my real life, I guess, but in my music life for sure. I can't hold on to like one.
Have you heard our radio show?
Yeah, just
that's what we're all about. So, do you guys travel? Do you go on tour?
Yeah, we've toured. Pretty much right when we started playing, it was like we need to break out and go do it. I mean,
sure. And what's the reception been like outside of Bozeman?
Oh, it's been great, man. I mean, it's always hit or miss. It's just the rule of the road. You get awesome venues that nobody shows up to. You have dirtball venues that everybody's there and everybody loves you. I mean, you'd be surprised. Miles City's our like favorite place to play in Montana.
Really?
And it's the weirdest kind of people. You have like the gay community coming out. You have like really roughneck kind of people coming out. You have the meth heads coming out. Like, I mean, you have every sort of kind of weird person just coming out wanting to have a good time, and we love that.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
And we've been received really well in many different ways. Ways that we never thought we would exactly, and that's kind of been driving kind of the next movement that we've been doing. So
now let me ask you this: when you travel, do you live up to the stereotype of trashing hotel rooms? Because your shows are just so great because they are so wild. So do you just keep that persona, your onstage persona, and do you carry that with you outside of performances?
We're actually known as like really nice, respectable people.
Excellent.
That like sit down, really down to earth. Like,
so when people see you in person, they're like, "Oh, you're the lead singer of the Moustache Bandits."
Yeah, you get that, but it's like.
And the cool thing too is that your voice when you sing is to me just extremely different, and we'll see that in a bit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, it really is. It's intense and it's great, but. Why that? Like, why do you take on? Do you train yourself to sing differently than?
I've just never sang for a band before.
Really?
Yeah, this is the first one I've ever really like. I mean, I've stepped up in little small indie bands and stuff like that, but usually quickly replaced by somebody who can actually sing. And we had a singer to begin with, and he didn't like the way his voice sounded through the PA, and so I just started pretending I was a country singer, and then. Somehow it evolved into what it is now, which is I don't know. You guys are taking it, but it's been really intense a lot of different times, like lots of lows to highs to scream into.
It's great.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
Yeah, no, it really is. It's different because you show up at these shows and you're like, oh, and it's another violin player, but then you guys have a violin player, Trevor.
Yeah.
And he's just fantastic.
He's a monster.
He's a monster. You wouldn't expect a violin to break out mid-song to some of your songs, and you just make it so different.
Definitely.
And it's really fun to see that too.
You guys are probably one of the first bands I've heard cover that one Trampled by Turtles song.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And it was
Wait
good.
So long, yeah.
Yeah, that was a great song.
Thanks.
There's a lot of, and that's the thing, there's so many bluegrass bands here, which, they're all fantastic and whatnot, but you guys took like a different crack at it, you know what I mean? So that was definitely...
It's really fun to watch. So your songs that we cannot say, clearly this wasn't a childhood dream of yours to be in a band, or was it?
No, actually, I wanted to be a chemical engineer and seriously, and play football and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this just sort of happened. So you guys just all got together and said, "Hey, let's start a band."
Yeah, kind of. I made a switch over when I was in high school to play music. I gave up a lot of scholarships and dropped football and whatnot, and wanted to play music. Originally, I wanted to just play like really heartfelt grunge, indie, post-hardcore kind of music where I could express things through poetry or whatever. Yeah. But this was just a joke, man. This was all a joke to begin with.
Really?
Because I run sound for a lot of country bands, and It's great,
we were
yeah.
talking about that. So when you have the idea of a song, like I said, I'm not musically inclined in any way, but do you hear the final product before it's actually heard, before it's actually performed?
No. A lot of things just, they kind of put me. We usually set up a microphone in a kitchen or somewhere like that, and
just goof around,
just drink, and I'll walk around with the guitar and start singing stuff. They'll come up with an idea, and I'll make that a song. I'll just freestyle it, and it'll get recorded, and we'll take the bits and piece it together. Like, because we all have like backgrounds in composition, and we're all students and graduates, almost graduates. Our drummer still needs to graduate this year.
Okay.
In music technology at the MSU, and so yeah, we have a strong background in composition and kind of what we want. So we hear it as we go, just because there's so many cool things you can do and refine, and bands do that all the time.
Sure,
they're constantly working on new stuff.
And you set out to really make the songs different, the lyrics to the songs.
Yeah, I mean,
they're
most of them are true stories, you know, just because like I live an interesting life. I try to, at least, and usually pull out some really interesting things that not many people want to talk about, I guess.
Yeah, so you're very honest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I think what I'm having a hard time with is that there's so many musicians everywhere, all across the world. And you have the people that follow the Taylor Swift and the Taylor Swift. And she's honest in a sense, but she's not brutally honest.
Yeah.
You guys are brutally honest.
Yeah.
You'll set everyone straight.
Yeah, that was the point. I mean, is that once we started writing this just kind of just funny music to make some people laugh, people were asking us like, "You're very misogynist. I don't like your music. I think it's horrible what you guys do." Actually, really, and it's showing up again, as I talked to you guys earlier about. But really, I thought about it for a while, because I was telling people, I'm like, yeah, it is. It is really kind of gross, and you should be kind of offended by it, because this is what everybody else is saying. They're just saying it in a very tongue-in-cheek way, so you don't feel offended by the fact that, you know, some woman's playing a certain gender role, or a man has to be a certain way, or he has to drive a certain truck, or wear certain jeans, or like it's all very sexualized and very genderfied music out there, and we just don't notice it.
Yeah, and why do you think that is? We're being told what to listen to.
Yeah, because they don't want you to lose control. I mean, if Frank Zappa had a whole interview about how the music industry was, some guys just like, throw money at it, let's see if it works, and if it worked, it worked. And then eventually they hired people to go out around and pick up artists, and those were the A&R reps that would go out, and then they just would make them in charge. So those people that feel entitled, that they know what people want to listen to, they're in charge right now still.
Interesting.
And so they're just trying to keep it.
But you don't see that in Bozeman. That's mainly,
I mean, that's the music industry.
It's the music industry, but I mean, I cannot get over the scene here in Bozeman. It's just, I would have no idea, because I show up and it's just, you know, you hear crazy things, you hear calm things, you hear singer-songwriter, you go to coffee shops, you go to bars. It's just hard to wrap my head around, especially when I'm not in the music industry.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, I still see it all the time, fans coming up and complaining to their band, like as if it's like their team or something like that. And because I mean, I've run sound for bands before, and like I'm like, this feels like a rock and roll country song. Let's make it pop, like, because I have that kind of control, and it's cool. But they'll complain about it because they're like, that's too loud, or that's too not. You can't dance to that. Like tons of people yell out, play something we can dance to. Like the audience still has that kind of control. They want to hear what they want to hear. You're a jukebox to them, for the most part, and breaking away from that in Bozeman is very difficult, unless you're playing a style of music that everybody's already heard before, and they're just hearing it again with different words attached to it, different faces. Like that's kind of what everybody's is demanding right now. Is just kind of generic stuff, man. I don't want to downplay it. I like playing in Bozeman and stuff like that, but it's just, it's hard to watch that happen. The reception of like new music is poor.
And where do you see your band going in the next, say, year? So you're releasing this new single, and it's a big release. It's going to be all over the place.
Yeah.
And you're going to be having a launch party, and you film some things for it, and it's probably the biggest production that you've done thus far.
Yeah, I mean, when we first started, we just kicked out an EP because we needed it. For gigs and stuff like that. So it was real quick and dirty, and this one we put a lot of work into, a lot of thought into it. Had it produced, or mixed, by the guy who owns Orbit Audio, the recording studio Macklemore's at, and a bunch of other Arcade Fire went to, a few other bands that I really like.
Wow. And how do you get in touch with those people?
Email.
And do you reach out to them, or do they? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I sit there for hours in front of a computer, man. I mean, it's a lot
With
of
someone
legwork.
else?
No, with me. Right?
Oh, and you just go there and do it?
Yeah, I mean, we sent the tracks, and in a couple weeks I'll be driving to Seattle to mix down a couple more tracks. But
wow,
That's awesome.
Yeah, this is like we were gonna do a whole album, and then we just we're like, let's focus on a single. Let's dump as much money as we can into it now, and then we'll work on the album as we go. So the whole goal for us is to find out where the music's hitting, go there, and then see if somebody will pay for it.
And those the studio that you're working at? Do they just take everyone so they can say that they are producing this music, or is it sort of selective? Because at Macklemore and it's a vast difference.
I mean, it's a job. They got to do their job.
Sure.
It's we didn't pay a small amount of money by any means, but still, like they got to keep the ball rolling. They got to keep making money. So. Of course, they're going to take people that hit them up, and they're only going to take the people that are actually putting in the right amount of effort, though. Right. I mean, they have a whole checklist you have to go through of what you're sending them, how it should be, what it's going to sound like. I mean, it's work. It's just work. And if the people that really care if they like you are record labels and production or promotion people, they care. The recording studios don't,
Really?
because they're going to get paid by somebody,
It's just
whether or not.
fascinating. It's very political, I'd imagine.
The higher up you go, the more.
Sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, so for the next however many months, the rest of 2014.
Yeah.
You guys going back on the road? What are you doing?
We'll be hitting the road in May, and then trying to play as many festivals as we possibly can. And then I'm personally probably going to pull the trigger and move to wherever the music's really hitting. So, I'm the one talking to you now, so I can't speak for everybody in the band, but I know we know we could do it if we stepped out. And
You guys, I mean, you'll stick together.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I hope so. So
cool. Excellent. All right. Well, 12:25 here in Bozeman, Montana. This is the Key Listener Show, and we are going to debut the new single, "White Girl Wasted" by the Moustache Bandits. Anything you'd like to say before we hit play?
No, thanks, guys, for having me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
really appreciate it. Thanks for being with us, Mickey. And here you go, everyone. The world premiere.
Gonna get shit faced. Been all day to look this great, 'cause tonight I'm gonna drink, but I ain't gonna pay. Ladies
the world debut of White Girl Wasted from the Moustache Bandits. Great song.
Thanks, man.
Really a lot of fun. We were watching the commercial, whatever you want to call it, that you put out the promo video that you were going to be releasing a new single. And it just looked like I'm going to show up for the next single recording because it looked like a party.
Yeah, it was. That's kind of what was the downfall of it. It was 2 photographers, sound engineer, myself, and the band, and then 5, 6 girls.
The Bar 9 girls.
Yeah. They were, and just bottles and bottles of champagne.
Did they travel around together, the Bar 9 girls?
No, but they're really good friends. I mean,
oh, okay.
They got a good.
I just wasn't sure if they
there.
showed up to places together.
Maybe we can make that happen. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad
Have them on the
idea.
show. Well,
Yeah.
we're going to do that.
Oh yeah,
That would be fun.
I think that'd be great, actually. Yeah,
don't know
just
what
talk
we
to the
saw.
owner. He'll do it, man. We walked in. We're like, hey, I have this crazy idea. I want your girls to come sing on our album. We're gonna videotape it.
So they were the background singers.
Yeah. That was them.
wow.
Yeah, and yeah.
So they probably loved that.
Oh, they were intimidated by singing like that.
Oh, I bet.
They liked the photography that we did. We made them dress up all and do.
Yeah, I saw
photography.
some pictures, and you can check that out on our Facebook. Do you put a lot of trust in? I mean, you've probably accumulated a lot of great friends in the music scene here in Bozeman. Do you trust certain people, even if they're not your friend, to help you collaborate?
Yeah, it doesn't matter if I like them or not. If they do a good job, and we can work together, as long as they're professional. It's just being professional.
Sure, and there are probably a lot of people here that are looking for work to help do certain things.
Looking. Yeah,
Looking, yeah.
I mean, how much is there really? I don't know. So
We'll find out.
yeah,
We'll find out. Excellent. Well, anything else? I'm just blown away. That was a great song, great band. I love your shows. They're just a lot of fun. And to give you an idea, you guys get up on stage, you raunch and roll out, and there are what's the word I'm looking for? Promiscuous videos playing in the background.
yeah. That's at the cat spot when we do that stuff.
Yeah,
but,
that's fun.
We usually don't all the time. Just there, it's just funny. Because cat spot is a weird place to kind of play for our kind of band. But what was the most memorable moment from our show?
There are 2 things. I love the people that interact from the crowd.
That's just what I was gonna say. Definitely.
Those people, whether they are 2 drinks in, 10 drinks in, no drinks in, they love to speak their mind. You're right. They give their opinion.
Even
play
when,
this music.
even when they're wrong. Because last time somebody was yelling, play, what was it, Slash or ZZ Top, and you guys were playing an Osbourne song.
Yeah.
So it's just.
Whatever.
Can you drink and perform?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I usually
That's
don't.
probably a
I
dumb
don't
question.
actually. I don't do it much.
Okay,
Because
but you can't.
I just don't want to. Yeah.
Because I feel like if I were to drink and come in here, oh man, game over. I wouldn't know what button to press. I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
I guess you're staying active. You're moving around.
Yeah, a lot. So
Which
most
could
of
also
it's
be my problem, my
poor
downfall.
whatever. Yeah, just sitting here. Plus, I mean, you guys have a cap. I get to do whatever I want. I'm in charge.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Especially with our music, like we have all the freedom we want.
I just want to say all the names of your songs, but I can't. I just love them.
Yeah,
Just bleep
that'll
them
be
out.
the end of this.
Yeah.
One question I have for you though is when you're rocking out on a solo and you screw up and you know it,
Oh yeah.
But nobody else knows it, do you kind of acknowledge it, or is it just you just keep going kind of thing?
I'm just past that point now.
Yeah,
like
okay.
I used to, and you could still see it in like a few of us who, when we play on stage, you'll see like the face pull or something like that, and you'll
something
notice it. But
definitely. But that's one thing I noticed is I didn't see much of didn't look like you cared all that much if you messed anything up. So
no, and we're supposed to be a little dirty. And,
yeah, why not?
Yeah, raw. Why not? Yeah, I'm too busy moving anyways. If I just stood there on stage, I'd be able to play all the notes perfect. But
For sure.
I'm half exhausted and about ready to puke half the time. So I mean,
Me
it's
too.
3 hours of jumping around.
Yeah.
So
Awesome. Well, Mickey, thank you so much for being
thanks so
here
much,
for our
man.
first installment. And you can catch them. They're having a release party this Saturday at the Zebra with special guest Battle Station and the Salamanders. Listen, check out whatever you would like to do to their new single, White Girl Wasted. And I'd imagine you'll be playing that Saturday.
yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll be there. Alex, you want to go?
Oh, absolutely.
Sweet.
Okay. Can we get up on stage? No. That's probably on our light. We're not going to do that. So we put together a theme for the show, as we usually do, and we're paying homage to the wild ones, the crazy ones, the rebels, and again, the Moustache Bandits. Mickey, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks, mate.